SHOT Show 2017, talking to Randall.
How you doing?
Good, with Ulticlip.
With Ulticlip.
Ulticlip. I'm gonna utility. Why did I start?
You know what? People say Ulticlip. They sell Multiclip. They call them all different things, but it's Ulticlip.
And I'm also thinking Utilikilt. So
yeah.
What are you going to get confused
there
with?
You go.
Might as well be confused with one thing or the other.
Yeah.
So listen, we touched base very briefly yesterday at the range.
Right.
And you gave me a general rundown on your development of this clip device.
Right.
That is. I don't want to say universally, but it's got a high variety of applications.
Correct.
Okay.
You can use it on a variety of different things. Primarily at this point, it's being used on a lot of holsters.
Right.
The knife industry is starting to incorporate it into knife products.
Yeah.
And we also are using on other things like handcuff cases, magazine holders. Basically anything you want to carry with you that would use a traditional holster clip, you can use our clip.
Now, and of course it's mountable by way of screws and nuts.
Well, it would depend. So like,
let me just back up on the company for just a second.
Okay.
What got you started with this? Because you're the founder of the company, you're the designer.
I am the founder, yeah. I'm the designer. I invented the clip. And basically what it is, long story short, is I'm actually a full-time missionary in the country of Guatemala.
Okay.
And what I do in my missions work is I go out and I help people create projects that become self-sustainable, and through that they're able to impact their communities. So this was an idea that I believe that God gave me in order to provide resources so that we can go out and do more missions work.
Right, so you can help support that cause.
Exactly, that cause. And we do that, and we've helped do fund different ministries, different missions work around the world over the last year and a half.
Okay, how long have you been landing on the ground in Guatemala?
Over 20 years.
20 years.
We were there since 1992.
Outstanding. Well, they need a lot of help in that particular region.
Yes, very much.
Yeah. Okay, so backing up, about how long ago did this idea come into mind?
This idea came into mind a little over 2 years ago. Took several months to bring it to fruition, from idea in my head, on paper, getting prototype done, working through patent process, the whole 9 yards. Took a little while, but in May of 2017, it will be 2 years that the public saw this clip for the first time. So we're not even 2 years into it yet.
About how many prototypes did you run through before you came up with something that you found to be workable?
Honestly, we nailed it on the first prototype.
Really?
Yeah, it's something that typically doesn't happen. We had to make a few minor adjustments, but our first prototype nailed it right from the get-go.
Beautiful. That's ideal.
Yeah, ideal. Put a lot of time and effort into the whole prototype process, thinking through it, laying it out, and when we ran it through the actual physical process, it worked.
Okay. Well, now let's take a look at this animal. I mean,
all right. Well, here we have it on a traditional leather holster here. This is a traditional clip that you see. All the belt clips require one thing, a belt. That's why they're called a belt clip. So if you put this on a pair of jeans or any other place, that's the type of retention you get.
It's just a hook.
It's just a hook. So you can draw your firearm and your holster at the same time. Ours...
And in some cases, even if you have a belt or something more secure to latch on, it's going to still come out.
It still comes out. Ours has a clamping mechanism made out of spring steel. It has a reverse J hook on it, that the angle on it actually adds to the compression when you clip it down to make it really compressed on whatever material you put it on to keep it from coming off. There's no teeth on it, so it's not eating into your clothing, but it's strictly from compression. So you put that on, clamp that down, and this is the type of retention you get.
Right.
It's not coming off. We actually have on some of our shows that we do, we have a 45-pound Olympic weight hanging off a belt with one of our clips, showing the retention that we get.
And now, to be fair, there are some belt clip manufacturers that do incorporate a bit of a hook, or I think you called it a J hook.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, they don't have this additional compression from a spring-like device of clamping, or a clamp, if you will.
No, we're the only one on the market that actually clamps on. Everything else is just spring. It's just a spring steel that kind of snaps around it. But the moment you take this and you pull it, it's just snapping on it. You're not getting really any true force that's clamping it down and holding it close.
And over time, you will also lose some of your
exactly by pulling
tension.
This open and close.
Yeah, the tension will spring out.
This one's still pretty stout, and you can see just how easy by putting it on there it comes off.
Yeah, and what do they call that? Spring? A spring was sprung or something when it loses its retention.
Yeah, exactly.
level.
So we have it on different products here. Like for instance, you can see this magazine holder. Here we have it.
So you have a nice side-by-side comparison.
Right, so now you take that, that's what you get.
Right.
And you see just that magazine just slides out of there. And that's how easy it is, like that. You take it and put it on ours, and you clip it on, and it's not coming off.
Very good. good. And you can use this with a variety of tool holders.
A wide variety. Like for instance, I have right here, I have this backpack. You take the knife, flip it down. You can see just, you take the clip, it incorporates on it, snaps on, replace the clip on it. If you want to carry it with you, now all you got to do is take it, slide it on, clamp it. Now you have a secure retention.
So in other words, even if you don't have a molly clip or something for that J hook to catch, I'm going to pivot this out just a bit if that's okay.
Yeah.
If you don't have something for that J hook to catch onto, you still have the straight up retention of the compression from this spring.
Right, exactly.
Okay, and if you don't mind, I'm going to pull on this real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
You got it? So here we are. Of course, it's got the loop, and I don't want to.
Yeah, be careful with the knife.
I don't want to draw a bare blade out, but I'm pulling on this, and that's yanking your shoulder down quite a bit. Hand back just a bit. There you go. See, that's not coming loose. That's not. That is, and even this strap here is divoting in.
You can see where it's starting to pull that strap like that. Yeah,
it's
we've actually.
divot out.
Here, I'm gonna do it like this to show you. Look at this.
Wow,
it's not coming off. So we have like on this right here. This is a rat. This is a rat tourniquet that just it's inside the pocket right here. Let me try to hold the bag and do that.
Yeah, I got you.
There we go. Just wrap the rat tourniquet around it, drop it on there, clamp it on, and now you've got something that once you clamp it on there, whoop, well, it slipped off on that one.
It slipped off of the mount itself.
Yeah, off the mount. Put it back on there again. Let me redo it.
Yeah.
Get it on there right. There we go.
Got a clamp?
Yeah.
Turn that upside down just a bit. Yeah. Wow. Okay, now that is, but it's also, to be fair, it's actually pulling the clamp out of it, and that may have been why that sprung. Actually, no. Do you mind?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I don't want to rip anything.
No.
So I'm pulling laterally away from the clip itself, and it's not unspringy.
Yeah.
And it looks
it'll eventually pull it out if you pull it hard enough.
Right, and eventually, I mean, it's metal, so eventually
it's going to bend.
Yeah. Okay, that's outstanding. Now, one of the things that, and I think I'm seeing it over there, but I was going to ask you about, because when we talked yesterday, I'd asked you about like holster applications, which of course is what you're into.
Yeah. This is one of our companies that carry our product, Crossbreed holsters.
Stand by just one. I saw a leather holster out here just a moment ago.
Well,
no, it's over there on the deck.
Is that one right there?
Yeah.
That's MTR custom leather holsters. They make great quality leather holsters.
Now, normally you would have straps with snaps, like a Milt Sparks or like this holster, etc.
Or you would have something, I don't have any here, but they actually make just traditional clips with a single hole in them.
Right, but I'm getting back more into some specific use with some of our guys, where you've got a strap, like a leather strap that opens down and then comes around underneath your belt. Right. So even if you've got your belt on, you don't have to take the belt off to get the holster off.
Exactly.
So that's a nice, like I said, it's a Milt Sparks design.
Yeah.
It's great. However, it is leather or some other type of material, and that does wear out. So with this strap, and that design, that particular holster I'm thinking of, allows for, you don't have to have a shirt billowed out over everything. You can actually tuck your shirt in and, for the most part, conceal that firearm.
Okay.
However, you're still displaying two straps over your belt, regardless. Now, in this case,
you have like here, if you're carrying a tuckable design, you still see these two clips sticking on the outside.
And this is exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah, now you go around here, where's our clip at? It's behind the belt because
it's underneath the belt.
It's not belt dependent.
Right.
So you go behind it, let your shirt, as it naturally does, kind of blouse a little bit, even if you're tucked in, and you don't have any indication they're carrying a firearm.
Right. Beautiful. Outstanding design. Now, this is this a 1 inch between?
It's a 1 inch head. It's a 1 inch head. So
1 inch head. Okay, I'm trying to use the right terminology.
Right, we call it a 1 inch head, and that 1 inch head is specifically that size because we wanted to make it universally hidden behind even a narrow dress belt, like a narrow leather dress belt. This hides behind it, so you can tuck that. You can take, like this holster here, this MTR holster. You can tuck it in, tuck your shirt behind it, clamp it down, run your belt over it, and now you don't see anything.
And you're not going to see anything that's a tell that there's a weapon.
Exactly. Whereas a traditional holster clip, you have to go over a belt. First you have to have a belt. Two, you have to go over it, and you're going to have that printing on the outside.
Right. And even if it's leather material or soft material.
So like for the ladies on a product, they can take a holster that they would carry with them all day long on their belt line without a belt on, right along the top of their belt, take it off in the evening, go inside their purse, clamp it down, and their holster's not going to flop around And if they have to draw their firearm, that holster's going to stay right where they have it.
Very good. Outstanding. What is your, for lack of a better word, MSRP? What's your
the MSRP on these are $11.99, and we have a number of dealers throughout the U.S. We even have dealers around the world selling our product, incorporating it right into the different holsters that are out there and knife products. And so it's $11.99 listed on our website, or you can buy it through one of our dealers.
Okay, very good. Is there, I think we talked earlier about possibly a larger size clip, or I think you called it a head. Is that something that you're working on?
That's something that we have a prototype on right now that we look at. We hope to release that at the NRA show later this year.
Okay, and do you have the prototype here to see?
We do have the prototype, but we're not releasing that to public yet because we might make a few modifications, and we'd rather kind of hold that close to chest right now until we get ready to release that.
No worries, no worries. And that expected to be visible, let's say, around the NRA show.
Yeah, NRA show. Exactly.
Okay, great. Anything else that you have in the works?
That's basically it. We have our Ulticlip, Ulticlip 3, and our new Ulticlip that we're looking at releasing is going to be called the Ulticlip XL.
Is that the one we were just talking about?
The one we were just talking about, the prototype that I have.
So the prototype you're working on is going to be called the XL, barring any other changes.
Barring any changes.
Okay,
exactly.
great. Well, listen, brother, it was great
so
to
much,
meet you.
man.
Take good care.
All right, thank you.
Safe travels.
All right, thank you.
Okay, Randall, I appreciate it. After we cut, you mentioned, you mentioned the prototype that you're working on, and then you kind of winked and nodded in the right way, of course.
Yeah.
Abby, and said, "Would you like to have a peek at it?"
Exactly.
I said, "Absolutely."
Yeah.
We've been talking for about 10 minutes about that prototype, and this holster, which you can just show me the face of it. It's actually not the holster.
Is it?
The clip that's behind here, the hidden gem, you might say, which you walked me through this. Like I said, it's been about 10 minutes.
Exactly.
Will allow for a variety of uses or applications of mounting this holster inside the waistband, outside the waistband.
You're exactly
and
right.
There's going to be there's going to be a multi-tool function ability to this. I don't want to go into it anymore.
Right. The clip will have an aspect to it that can be used somewhat as a multi-tool.
Right.
I can't say a whole lot more than that right now.
No, don't. But I just want to say that it will make this very easy to utilize in the field. Let's put it that way.
It just adds value in the field. When you're out in the field and you need that little aspect to help you take care of a situation, you're going to have that multi-tool aspect.
I don't know if there's a trademark infringement here, but it's a bit of a Swiss Army clip. Yeah, I kept wanting to say knife, but a Swiss Army clip made in the United States.
Exactly. Yeah. We're 100% made in the United States. We believe in keeping our business based out of the U.S. We will not go overseas with it. We've had people come by and want us to move our business overseas, and we pay a higher cost for production, but we believe in supporting the U.S. economy. Right.
And and Randall's going to give us a sneak peek. No, he's not. Okay. So listen, thanks for it. And you're looking again. NRA show for.
We're hoping at NRA show we're going to be able to
that's not locked in, of course.
No, and that's only really about 3 or 4 months away. So.
Yeah. Okay. Well, safe travels and good luck with this.
All right. Thank you.
Take care, man.
All right, man.